Good morning, everybody. Quickly, before we get into the video, I wanted to grab your attention to all the existing but also new viewers that we actually also around Cilinix Crypto have a Signal and a Premium group in which I share my own trades, in which I share daily updates on the markets, on altcoins, Bitcoin, XRP, everything. So if you're interested in knowing which coins to buy, which coins actually have potential, if you feel sidelined, but also if you want to be, alerted when a pullback becomes more likely, consider joining. Links will be down in the description. Right now we're running a limited time offer for a lifetime membership. So check that out. But for now, let's get right into the video. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here on XRP. I'm probably going to name this video something like XRP just broke out, which technically is true. However, breakouts on a Monday morning during the European session, Europeans cannot be trusted. Is always a little bit risky, right? So what you can see right here, and we'll talk about everything, right? I mean, we're going to do a full update, but I quickly, I like to explain my titles a little bit so that it doesn't seem too much like breakout. I mean, XRP or like clickbait. My apologies. And saying XRP just broke out seems like clickbait, but no, I mean, we did. I mean, the main level that we always spoke about in the weekend was right here at 3.55, 3.54, which was the value area high of the balance we formed since Friday. So it's very, low time frame, but still it matters. I mean, we've seen some great volume over the course of this Asian session. And we broke out above that and we left an imbalance. So what's going to be crucial short term for XRP right here is that we hold that level, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Ultimately, on the higher time frames, I'm bullish on XRP, right? And whether we're going to go up to $4 with a retest of $3, or whether we're going to continue on the lower time frames from where we are right now, ultimately, I don't really care, and I think neither do most of you. But still, it makes sense to talk about that a little bit, to also, talk about what you can expect from XRP over the course of today and this week. Now, something fundamentally interesting that I wanted to speak about real quick, and which I think is something you need to know as well, is that yesterday I had this discussion, or I saw this discussion on X, so Twitter, of people still kind of hating on XRP, right? And why XRP is rallying like it is, and that it's all unjustified, which I think discussions like that are quite bullish, right? I mean, there's quite a lot of people in crypto, I think, that are blindsided to the strength of not only Ripple, but especially Ripple's community. In my experience, Ripple by far, XRP by far has the strongest, biggest and most wealthy community out there, which is one of its greatest strengths. All right, I have my critiques on Ripple and the XRP ledger, but ultimately that is something you should not ignore. And as long as there's people that say, oh, why is it rallying like this, and they're shorting, price will rally up higher. And fundamentally, I think that's bullish. But some of you might already know that, but I think that's good for those of you who don't know that's a sentiment that's still very much around, that's actually helping the price. Now, like I said, short term, it's a Monday. It's going to be volatile, all right? There's a lot of fundamental things going on in the background as well. Ultimately, the main thing I think you need to focus on with XRP, especially during the New York Open, during the US session today, is will XRP hold this level at 3.53, all right? That area at least. Because if we are able to hold that, we're holding the breakout above this balance we've made. We broke out with some volume at least. And there's a single print there, all right? There's a single print at 3.52. If XRP is really going to be bullish, and if we're really going to rally into 3.75 and potentially higher, we would get a strong reaction there, all right? So keep your eyes on that. If we get that strong reaction, we're going up to 3.75 now. Otherwise, it will be later. And if we get a weak reaction, right? So if XRP does not really get a strong reaction from 3.52, or even worse, we drop down below that, then we're going back into the range, right? And then we will most likely drop down into 3.4, 3.35. And then I will keep you updated on what happens afterwards. But that could also lead to a drop down lower. But that's what I think you need to know. Ultimately, at this point of time, I'm leaning a little bit towards expecting this, if you want my personal opinion. But those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know for now. So hopefully that helps. But for now, that's it. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.